Back to you then. Well, what's been going on with the Roman Catholic Church?
Well, a fairly unprecedented thing, a pretty shocking thing in conservative traditional Catholic circles. The Defiant Archbishop Viganò, another blow to Pope Francis and the New World Order, according to this headline from the New American Magazine by an acquaintance of mine, William F. Jasper. And Jasper did a great job, but this was written prior to July 5. July 5, Viganò was officially excommunicated by the pontiff, Pope Francis. And it's the first time since 2006. The last time there was an excommunication of an archbishop was that year in 2006 of a Archbishop Malingo of Zambia. Anyway, as William F. Jasper wrote in the New American briefly, going back to June 20th, Archbishop Carlo Viganò, a former Vatican insider turned whistleblower, revealed that he had been summoned to Rome to respond to accusations and evidence concerning the crime of schism, of which he had been accused. He is charged with denying the legitimacy of Pope Francis, or Bergoglio, breaking union with him, and rejecting the Second Vatican Council, or Vatican II, which is pretty significant. The extrajudicial penal trial at the time was likely to result in the Archbishop's excommunication and dismissal from the priesthood, which it did. And at that time, Archbishop Viganò posted the official decree from the Holy See's dicastery for the doctrine of the faith, and went on to say that he regarded the accusations against him by the Pope as an honor, quote unquote. And Viganò himself went on to note, and I'll just hit the highlights, referring to Pope Francis, that the globalism that Pope Francis supports calls for ethnic substitution. Bergoglio, Viganò wanted to call the Pope by his actual name, promotes uncontrolled immigration, and calls for the integration of cultures and religions. And Viganò went on to say that the globalism that the Pope supports includes LGBTQ plus ideology. And Viganò noted that Bergoglio authorizes the blessing of same-sex couples and imposes on the faithful the acceptance of homosexualism. And Viganò also noted that the Pope's globalism imposes the green agenda. And he went on to make a lot of other comments. He said that the Pope goes beyond his role in matters that strictly pertain to science, but always and only in one direction, a direction that is diametrically opposed to what the Catholic Church has always taught. So what Viganò was basically saying, guys, is the real schism is being caused by Pope Francis himself. And so there's a lot of fallout from this. E. Michael Jones, the noted pro-Catholic author out of South Bend, Indiana, is really busy on his Twitter feed. And so it's a pretty significant thing. And looking at the ideology of it, though, I think a lot of people, UK column viewers, would come down on the side of Viganò, because Pope Francis truly has, and I'm speaking objectively, truly has really broken away from almost all traditional Catholicism altogether. So it really paints a clear picture of what the Pope is really about, in my view.
Yeah, brave man. And of course, he's breached a lot of the no-go areas for ADL in talking about, in even mentioning some of those issues.